Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here, coming to you this Wednesday evening, reporting some huge news to you guys that WWE just announced earlier this morning. As soon as I got home, I'm sitting down over here, and we're going to talk about this huge news because WWE has announced a mixed match challenge, which is premiering on Facebook Tuesday, January 16th at 10 p.m. after Smackdown Live. And this is big news because this was something that I was hearing about, and I'm thinking, why the hell would WWE put on more content than they usually do? Because we already see 5 hours between just Raw and SmackDown alone. Add another hour to that if you watch NXT. Add another hour to that if you watch a Ring of Honor, if you take time to watch New Japan out of your week. That's a lot of goddamn wrestling a week. So I'm thinking WWE gonna bring a Facebook show as well, more wrestling content, and on top of that, this idea, which seems to be very weird, of having a mixed intergender mixed tag team match type challenge. That's really something that I don't see appealing to anybody, and that was my thought when I read that report, and I immediately just threw that to the side and said, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. It sounds like a weird idea, but you know, WWE loves to throw a bunch of wacky ideas our way, and this is the latest of those ideas. I mean, just earlier this year, we were getting a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. Now we can be expecting, from this graphic at least, Sasha Banks teaming up with Braun Strowman. You gotta be kidding me with that one, by the way. Why is this the graphic that you would put out? Who would want to see Shinsuke Nakamura teaming with Naomi, bro? Who wants to see Asuka teaming with Finn Balor? Like, what type of garbage are you pulling here? My God. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we got. WWE announced it earlier this morning, and we're going to sit here and shoot the breeze, talk about this, and quite frankly, I think the way WWE is handling it, for the idea that it is, I think they're handling it quite well, because this is going to be going on for 12 weeks, so it's not going to be one of these shows that just goes on forever and ever and ever, and you're eventually going to get burnt out of it to 5 Live, but that is besides the point. I like that it is only going to be a 12-week thing. That is my point there. And on top of that, it's only going to be 20 minutes. And I feel like that's the perfect time for this. It's not a whole hour that we're going to have to take out of our day. 20 minutes, I feel, is a very edible portion. It's a very edible size. I can very easily sit down and watch a 20-minute match, which that's what I'm assuming is going to be, one match per week. I can very easily sit down and watch that. I feel like it's the appropriate amount of time. As far as the competitors go, we're going to have Alexa Bliss taking part, Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, Bobby Roode, for some goddamn reason, Asuka, which the team with Asuka on it, if the team with Asuka on it does not win this entire thing, and apparently the prize, which this is one of my favorite parts of it, is that it's going to be donating $100,000 at the end of this. Whichever team wins, they're going to be donating $100,000 to the charity of their choice, and I feel like that is a very, very respectable thing to do by the WWE. We'll get into the reason why they're doing this, but as far as using this as a platform to donate to charity, I like that a lot. But we're going to continue on here down the list. Carmella, Bayley, Charlotte, get this, Braun Strowman. I'm hoping they put Braun Strowman and Asuka in one team. That would be a dominant team, and that team I could very easily see winning this. Jimmy Uso, for some reason. Enzo Amore, for some reason. Lana, for some reason. Finn Balor, Naomi, Goldust, I don't know why Goldust is in this. Natalya, Nia Jax, Rusev, Sasha Banks, Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Shinsuke Nakamura, and the fans will vote for which member of the New Day gets to come in to the tournament and compete alongside a woman as well. So it sounds like an interesting idea. I was originally against having this mixed tag team match show, but if you're going to present it to us in the light of a tournament type thing, I love that. I love that you're doing this in that tournament type thing. I love the tournament scenario. It just creates compelling storyline. There's a tournament, and if you do this in the way of a tournament, this could be something really, really cool. And I'd love to see the team of Braun Strowman and Asuka, not Braun Strowman and Sasha Banks like you see there, which looks absolutely god-awful. Or maybe it's Finn Balor and Sasha Banks, and I'm just looking at it wrong. I don't goddamn know. But this seems to be a very, very interesting idea that WWE is going with. I love that it's donating towards charity. And the reason why they're doing this, I think the reason why they are doing this is very easily to test out Facebook as a platform to bring Monday Night Raw and SmackDown to in the future. Because I feel that when WWE's contract with USA Network expires in 2019, they could possibly be taking Raw and SmackDown. I read a report on this earlier in the year. I believe I read this on Behind the Mic, one of those episodes, so if you guys want to go digging for that. But, I mean, I read a report earlier in the year that Raw and SmackDown could be possibly taken to Facebook, and I think this is WWE testing out this show and trying to, first of all, grow their audience on Facebook, and on top of that, test Facebook out as a platform to see if they can put on a Raw or a SmackDown or even a pay-per-view on there in the future, and see if they can officially move over to Facebook instead of remaining on the USA Network, where they're going to be pressured into a whole lot of shit. The whole draft was USA Network pushing WWE to do something new and get ratings. The whole 3-hour format of Monday Night Raw was something that was pushed by USA, not WWE. Raw is awful in its 3-hour state. It's detracting from the quality of Monday Night Raw. Yet that was something pushed upon WWE by USA Network. So maybe them going to Facebook can give them some liberties. Raw can return to 2 hours. SmackDown and Raw maybe won't be pressured into doing things like a brand split. I don't know, but it is very, very interesting. That's what I'm thinking. WWE is dipping their toe in the water before they jump in the pool, and I think that's a smart thing to do. And I think the way WWE is giving this to us, it's a smart idea. It's an interesting idea because we don't really see mixed tag team matches at all. And these teams can be very, very cool as well. I mean, you already had Finn Balor saying, please team me with Bayley. And all these superstars. I mean, hopefully the women and men who get teamed up with each other have something to do with each other. Hopefully we don't see The Miz and Asuka. Hopefully we don't see The Miz and Becky Lynch, like these teams that make no goddamn sense. If you're going to do this, put Enzo Amore with Carmella. That makes sense. That makes sense. So hopefully they do something like that and they don't just throw these teams together to a point where you cannot believe that this is what WWE did. So hopefully they put thought into this, they make this an exciting presentation, they give us the whole stage and they don't just do it after SmackDown Live with the same stage and just the color of the ropes changed like they did for 205 Live. That's like WWE's failure of a show right there, but that's besides the point. Big news coming out today in the form of WWE having a mixed match challenge. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the coming weeks. January 16th it will debut, and apparently they're going to announce the teams starting January 4th, and I'm going to be very interested to see how much thought WWE puts into these teams. And by the way, just like to mention, this is Raw versus SmackDown. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a Raw team versus a SmackDown team every week, or maybe two SmackDown teams will go against each other. I'm not even sure how that's going to work, but so much for Survivor Series being the one time a year that Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head. That's absolutely bogus because they're going head-to-head here. As a matter of fact, they go head-to-head at the Royal Rumble. They're in the same Royal Rumble match. So that makes no sense on top of that. But that is besides the point. That's just a nitpick and a thought that crosses my mind as soon as I saw this is going to be Raw versus SmackDown. I thought Survivor Series was the only time of year. Nope. Forget about that one. I'd like to see WWE come out next year with the same slogan for Survivor Series. The one time a year that Raw and SmackDown meet up. That is the biggest lie since I don't even know one. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the news we had to report. Preview and predictions coming tomorrow. I will be recording that later today. The preview and predictions for Clash of Champions coming tomorrow on Thursday, as well as tonight we have NXT live on the USA Network. I'm actually contemplating. I'm going back and forth. I'm saying, should I review NXT since it's live on the USA Network? I mean, there's quite a buzz around NXT. We have Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, so big stuff there. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy what you heard in this video, I want you guys to do me a very big favor, because it always puts a smile on my face when I see a new subscriber. I want you guys to subscribe to the channel, and you're not just subscribing for the heck of it. You're getting a lot of content as well. You're getting each and every single week Raw and SmackDown reviews, of which have been uploaded for this week. Last night, after SmackDown Live went off the air, we did our SmackDown Live review, and on Monday night, after Raw went off the air, we did our Monday Night Raw review. So if you missed that, make sure to go check that out as well. Behind the Mic coming this weekend, like I mentioned, Clash of Champions preview and predictions coming tomorrow, and Clash of Champions review and results coming after that show goes off the air on Sunday. So it's a big week for content on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. I want all of you to subscribe, make sure to like, and of course make sure to comment. No question of the day for this video, since it is just a breaking news video. As a matter of fact, I will leave a question, and it's going to be, who do you want to see teaming up together? Who do you want to see teaming up together? What two men and women do you want to see teaming up together going in to the Mixed Match Challenge? So for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment, and I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I will see you tomorrow for your Clash of Champions preview and predictions.